Episode 48 on BU Squalor. Let's go look at the free agent signings for this new season. CJ Anderson does not have a job. That's amazing. Jeremy Macklin, Sean Lee. I'm surprised about the CJ Anderson. I'm not surprised about the other ones. Clay Matthews. He wanted a lot of money. Yeah, 4 years, $25.8 million, I guess. Too much. Mark Ingram. Huh? Clint Boiling? Alex Smith can't get a job. 78 overall now. Eli Manning still wants a job. I thought that was Nate Orchard. Michael Crabtree. Mason Crosby didn't get a job. Michael Thomas. That's hilarious. He's a little better in real life. Anyways, Mike Daniels went to the Seahawks. Josh Doxson to the Rams. Laramie Tunsil to the Giants. Sterling Shepard, I think. Eli Apple, there's an error. Matt Ryan to the Cowboys. Carson Wentz went to the 49ers. Xavier Howard went to the Kansas City Chiefs. Tony Jefferson went to the Washington football team. Matt Jones went to the Cowboys. Larry Warfield went to Vikings. Cardo Allen. Phillip Rivers to the Ravens. Jason Spriggs to the Jets. So 4 years, 34.2. What is that? $8.55 million a year. And CJ Procise, Sue Cravens, J-Ron Elliott still playing. Kyler Freckles still playing. Okay, so that's our signings. What's next on the agenda is to start the draft. But before we start the draft, it is time to pick the 52 teams. Did I say 52 teams? The +5 player of the year, starting with team number 14. That is the Falcons. The Falcons have got the +5 player. So let's go to the Falcons. Julio Jones, Desmond Trufant. Hey, it's Jake Matthews, Clay Matthews' cousin. Give me a second. Let me figure out what number I need to use. The answer is 52. Oh, that's funny. I selected 52 teams instead of 32 teams and came up with 14th, but I'm picking a number. It's number 39. So we put the lowest rated players first, so this should actually be very useful for the Falcons. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Their right tackle just got super buff in the offseason. 32-year-old. Let's get him jacked up. Surprisingly, it only bumped him up 3 points, so he is now an 83 overall. I should mark this down on my sheet here. Yep, okay, so we're going to do that, and then the minus, and then the plus and the minus development too. take care of this real quick. And now it's time for the minus. And that goes to team 25, which is... I should move that over so I can see it. Easier. Almost there. 25. The Ravens. Minus 5. Okay. Let's figure out how many they got and do that next. I got 51 players, so we'll do 51. Hit that button. 39th player again. But turns out that their wide receiver that they drafted last year has decided to be not available. To come in a little slower and heavier and out of shape. So it's going to be an 80. He's going to get dropped down to wide receiver 71. He went from an 80 to a 71. That is a bummer for him and for the Ravens. 32 teams. This is for the plus development. It is number 23. That's the Raiders. And gotta count the players, so give me split. It was the 49th player on the Raiders. 52 is the top one. So 52, 50, 49. Derek Carr. Got him in edit, and he's out for the season. So that didn't help them at all. But I just miss it. Derek Carr getting that quick dev. Yep, so he was ready to play the season. Got all pumped up, did a good job, and then blammo presto. No bueno for you. Who's getting a negative? It's Team 12. Team 12 is the Dolphins. Someone on the Dolphins is getting lazy. Dolphins are really low on players. They only have 44 on their roster right now. And the 31st player is the one that's getting it, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Oh, it was almost Ryan Tannehill, but instead it's going to be Kyo Misi? I've never heard of this guy before. And he's 33 years old, so minus, I'm gonna guess it's slow. Yep. Oops. Not what I wanted. Try that again. Left outside linebacker. He is their starter. I don't really think that's going to affect him too badly, though, since he's already down there. So we are at the point where we need to save for the draft and get our draft boards set up on the spreadsheet and stuff. So that's going to take me a minute. So that will have to be tomorrow. But for you, it'll be instant. All right, we're on to the draft. Blue Squalor here, having a fun day. The Chicago Bears had the #1 pick overall. I think they're going to go with Mike Jarrett, the quarterback. Look at that. Drafted first. The Bears. We don't know the overall. And Fisher Lee Steer is going next. Nope. Kelsey Reiser. So they're all 23-year-olds, by the way. Every single one in the top 5, 23-year-olds. So it's kind of an older draft. There's some younger players in the middle, but for the most part, and ironically, and I didn't catch this until now, those were the Vikings and the Bears are in our draft, and now I'm worried that Mike Jarrett might be the quarterback of the future. But for now, we'll just see who drafts next. Number 7 goes third. Charlie Desir, Eagles. The Saints pick tight end. He was third on the list. 23-year-old. The athlete has not gone yet. The guy that I would have considered probably the best top 5 pick. 22-year-old, 7.4 combine. Right outside linebacker. That is the unfortunate part. That is not a, big need position. Free safety. Javonte Scruggs, 22 years old. Number 10 on the list. So we know we go and have a little what was the best pick? Our right end. That's the second right end to come off the board. 6 to the Raiders. Next up, Miami. All right, left end Fisher Lee Steer, number 2 on the list. All right, next up on the list is left tackle. That's number 2 on the left tackle. Matt Lane was ahead of him, but his combine was weaker, so I'm sure that this might be the better deal. But you never know, And nope. Right tackle. 24-year-old. Oldest player drafted so far. Unless he gets lucky with the I'm actually 20 thing. But the odds of that are pretty slim. Left end. Rob Eaton, 23 years old. Alright, none of my players have been picked yet. Tight end. Scott Rett, 23 years old. Let's get ahead and draft. Middle linebacker. 22-year-old middle linebacker. 7.2 combine. Middle linebackers tend to be more athletic. That's another one of our division opponents. So we picked all of them. They picked their first round picks already. Strong safety. Alright, 24-year-old strong safety that I did scout. And he was picked 13th, so that was a little ahead of me picking 28th. Fortunately, I think several of my picks are going to be long gone before possibilities. Wide receiver. 21-year-old wide receiver, so one of the younger ones. I thought he'd be long gone before then. Washington football team. And the 49ers pick. Free safety. Bernard Spencer. Next up is the Rams with middle linebacker. Okay. That was going to be my pick if possible. And as you can see, well before I could pick 23-year-old, 7.6 combine. Alright, wide receiver. Montre Thrash, 25th on the list, going 17th. The Bengals. Matt Lane, the left tackle. He's 8th on the list. Fell all the way to 18th. There is a right outside linebacker that's falling too with a decent combine. And he's still available. 24-year-old Chris Gage. And the Jets take right guard. Rose. Oh. Alright, so here's one of the people that I looked at. Taking 20th. The Jets. 22-year-old guard. First, is that the second quarterback taken? Yep, Duncan Brooks. He was 11th on the board, taking 21st, so he dropped 10 spaces. And the Ravens take defensive tackle. Chance Timmerman. 24-year-old Chance Timmerman. Ooh, there's a... We still got a while yet. And next up is strong safety. Okay, this would have been a big pick for me because he's 21 years old. Strong safety, could use him. 6.9 on the combine. He went 23rd to the Chiefs, which is also his position. Dallas is up next. They take 32nd ranked, 32nd player, Kadeem Fudge. Love the name. He's on my list. So the list is getting kind of short now. Next up is the center. 30th on the list, Bronson Doty. Low combine, but centers tend to have a low combine. 25th to Chargers. We're getting close, guys. Tight end. Sean Follett's 24-year-old tight end. I did not pick many skill position players. Right guard, JT Crowan. The first red player taken. I scouted him. And we are on the clock. We have a major decision here. If we look at my draft board, we have a wide receiver that skipped the draft. We know nothing about. And a bunch of twos. I really do not need a receiver, but I might need a running back. Early second round running back. I got a mid second round left guard who's got really good skills, but his a drop off big time. Strong safety that looks very average. Another one very strong. This defensive tackle, very strong defensive tackle. I gotta be honest, I'm not really seeing anything that's just like a gotta have him player. Not seeing it. I'm trading the pick away, and Not sure I want a later pick. Next year's first, a fifth, and a fourth. Next year's second. Oh, just trade back. The Seahawks first. The Saints first. First, the 14th, 5th, and a 4th. So, first, 5th, and a 4th. These are like almost identical. Oof. Next year's Dallas pick, we're projected to pick 6th. And then this next year's 7th. We're going to go with Dallas and see if they're really crappy next year. And then we're going to have a high draft pick. I think that's our best. $14th. What was Dallas's? It was a first and a 7th. That's a really early first. First to 4th. Well, we could bank on Dallas being crappy. Getting a really decent pick. Yeah, let's bank on Dallas being crappy. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try out, take the Dallas being crappy. I'll be right back. I just want to record. Okay. And with that, we'll select this one. And Dallas is on the clock. And they take cornerback Heath. Is that anyone that was even on my list? He was not on my list. So I don't know what they got. See. Okay, that was a boring first round, but it is what it is. Finish out this first round. Just seeing if this left tackle's on this board. Nope. And the Seahawks take left tackle. Oh, yes, I did find him for the other one. Michael Roddick. 29 to Titans. It's a Seahawks one that I didn't see. Defensive tackle. God, I gotta start highlighting. When did the Lions take the player? 12, right? Yeah. Okay. Alright. Okay, so Jamil Lee went, 22-year-old, 6.9 combine. Went to the Bears in this for the first pick in the next round, so that should be interesting development since I scouted him. Oh, I did not scout him. Never mind. That was somebody else. Anyways. And Garland goes. I don't know who Garland is on this either. Okay. Okay, Bradley Espinoza at 36 to the Saints. It was on my draft tracker. 46 player overall. When are we picking next? We got 2 picks, 27th and 28th. So we got a little bit yet. And there goes another one. Marcus Wire. Oh no, never mind. I didn't scout him. And Griffin Trout finally goes. He was 5th. Good combine. But it took a long time for him to go. He actually went 42nd to the Browns. Maybe this is the win there. They picked the 5th and the 6th player, taking 1/10 and 1/42nd. And it's always the division people that want to take your things. Here's the wide receiver that didn't go to the combine. To the Lions. I scouted him too. He was second round talent. And then right after that goes the halfback, Rashad McBurrows. Again, I'm going to take him for the Dallas's pick, hopefully nice and early. Alright, there goes Reed Hand, 54, Ravens. Hopefully I got some people to pick when it's my turn. Geathers just went. Brian Geathers, that's 55. He was a red player though. That I would not be interested in. Barnes. Oh, I don't think I see a Barnes anywhere. Redrick. Del Greco. Okay, we got 2 picks in a row. We got no choice, but we have to take them. Let's look at our draft board. Okay, got the strong safety here. A defensive tackle. This is round 2. We have the round 3 guy too. He didn't go to the combine, no. So this is pretty simple actually. So we're gonna take him, and then we're gonna take the defensive tackle. So let's see what we get from Marcus Merle. 69 overall strong safety with 84 speed, 81 coverage, 90 in overall talent. Zone is good, man, not great. Alright, he's gonna practice squad or backup safety. We took him 59th. Packers. 69 overall. Not great. But, yeah. And we get to make our selection again. Draft board. It is Sinclair here. Strong defensive tackle. Late second round pick. 69 overall. 87 strength, huh? Not as good as I expected. But maybe he'll be okay in a different position. Again, just kind of a meh pick. Minton, Fields, Hewitt, Bond, Sutherland. I'm going to end this episode with first two picks being meh. You know, nothing major, not a great. First couple of rounds there, 1 and 2. One we traded away for the Dallas pick, which might pay off a lot next year. So, but thanks for watching. See you in the next episode for the rest of the draft.